Hi, I'm Ed Gooderham, giving you a budget overview of the 2024 spring budget. The Chancellor today has given away some nice freebies to people. The national insurance reduction of 2% for working employees and for the self-employed. This has brought the employees' national insurance down to 8% compared to 12% only a few months ago. The self-employed has come down by 3% compared to a few months ago, from 9% down to 6%. It hasn't helped directors who take their wages and mainly in dividends of their remuneration package. Unfortunately, there's nothing for them this year, but it is getting very close to whether you should be paid via salary or whether you should be paid via a low salary in dividends. So you need to review that. A number of other changes happened. The VAT thresholds increased from 85,000 to 90,000, which is great for small traders again, and that helps them. And the deregistration limit has also increased to 88,000 from April this year. For those of you in property, there's a few negatives. I'm afraid he's looking to abolish the furnished holiday let tax regime from April next year. This has many benefits in capital gains tax, capital allowances, and also the fact you can get relief for the interest that you pay on the loans that you have. There's also the question, what's going about VAT on the income that you earn? Will that be abolished and therefore won't be VATable anymore? Unfortunately, they haven't said any of these details yet, but they will legislate over the next 12 months. The one thing he is doing to try to help people who want to sell their properties is to reduce the capital gains on residential properties from 28% down to 24%. But those of you who have any of this gain falling into your lower tax bracket will still pay 18%. The Chancellor has also said about abolishing the multiple dwellings relief for stamp duty. Again, this was a surprise. Nothing had been mentioned about this before, but this will affect many clients who buy a number of properties in a single transaction. Any transactions that are currently been exchanged can complete with no problems, and any new transactions have to be completed by the 1st of June in order to get the relief that's currently available. This doesn't leave much time with solicitors, so unfortunately most of you are going to be caught by this. There is a new British ISA that the government has announced on top of the normal ISA allowance of 20,000. It gives you another £5,000 ISA allowance, which some of the people who save would like that, so that's a welcome. It's also renewed the £5,000 savings allowance, which is taxed at 0% for another 12 months. So that's another welcome thing for a lot of clients who have director's loan account interests. And you use up that first bit of your income tax band for your savings from your director's loan account interest payments. The other big change which was welcomed was the high income child benefit charge. This has been increased this year from £50,000 to £60,000 threshold, but it's also going to be withdrawn over a larger amount of £20,000. So if your income is over £80,000, you'll lose all your child benefit and it will all be clawed back. But if your income falls between 60 and 80, you'll lose a percentage that you fall between those two bands, which is much better than it has been when it was between 50 and 60,000. The government is looking to change the rules again in 2026 to make it based on a household income. And we all look forward to seeing how that might come to fruition, depending on who's in government. Thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's brought you up to date with the new changes. If you've got any questions, give us a call. Thanks very much.